So today we have a treat especial fresh off the smuggler's mule train, come across the Pyrenees last night, as you can see by the Spanish localized packaging. The PDSSAP 20B2 version, the quarter-inch impact driver, long awaited in its new second generation with the shortened drive head. So as per the box, nothing too exciting here, your classical marketing wankery. Some indications here on torque and whatnot. Nothing too exciting on the back. This is coming courtesy of Kopernas Handels GmbH, not our typical Grizzly Tools production. So let's get cracked into this box. So just pop this cardboard vestiture and get rid of this thing. And we have our very nice little box here. So let's throw open these latches. And ta-da, we have our tool. Very nice and compact, wholly redesigned for your usage pleasure. We can take a look at the indications on the tool itself. As far as the box goes, just the standard blown plastic case, no accessories whatsoever included with this tool, just the manual. So here we have the tool in all its short brushless motor glory. Let's take a look at what the manual tells us. Shouldn't be anything unexpected. We've seen this tool on the online shop way back in December still on the Slovakian web store. Here we have our basic specifications. Disappeared off the online store and reappeared for sale just at the end of January at the Spanish Lidl online store this past week, and it's also shown up as coming soon on the German Lidl store, so I expect February 2022 we should be seeing a wide release. So let's get our new 4 amp hour 21700 battery and slap this on here, and we can do a sort of quick presentation. So here we have the tool. Comes with the quarter-inch quick connect fitting. You pull forward, it releases. Fairly handy for one-handed operation. We have our torque selection button here on the bottom. You can see graduated 120, 150, 190, 226 maximum Newton meters. On these brushless tools, of course, there is no gear case that sets the torque. It's basically just a speed selection for the brushless motor up top that correlates to the torque that is being output. You can see that in the manual too. So let's have a look at this thing at work. So with the battery installed, there is one quirk that I wanted to mention that's just a kind of software safety thing. So anytime you connect the battery, it's in this sort of safe mode. So if you pull the trigger, nothing happens. It requires a decisive trigger pull, and then once it's woke up, so the LED is lit and the torque indicator is also lit up, then it will respond to very quick trigger inputs and it will spin. But anytime you have a battery freshly connected for the first power up, or the tool actually goes to sleep after about a minute of disuse, it'll go back into this safety state where the trigger is very sluggish to respond. So this is a bit annoying if you're sort of putting in some screws and you set the tool to the side, do something else, come back. You won't have that immediate trigger response, but anytime it's sort of in its woken up state, the trigger response is damn near instantaneous. So just consider that. Nothing to pull this tool down in its functionality, just something to be aware of. I guess it's some kind of safety thing so it doesn't run in your bag, although you can lock it, whatever. They decided to put that in. So here we have our different torque selections. You can see the battery has gone out now, so only the torque LED is illuminated. This will also go out in about a minute's time, and then it'll go into this sleep mode where you have to pull the trigger for a longer time to wake it up. So here we are in 120 Newton meter mode, and you can sort of hear the RPMs. Now if we switch it to 226, you can hear that difference in speed. So the torque selector really just sets the speed that the motor's running at. So let's get in some materials to do a quick screw and bolt test. So of course we'll have to have all the proper matching Parkside accoutrements to make this test valid. So probably won't need those. This little Parkside Performance socket package comes in very nicely with the new tool, just giving you sort of a quick package to take with you, giving you all the 1/4 inch fittings. So let's test this on this piece of medium density fiberboard. We have some 5mm by 50mm Torx screws, none of that camming out Phillips rubbish, thank you very much. So let's get our wooden test block into place, a couple of screws, that should be plenty for this application. Install our 1/4 inch tool holder, so you can see it clips in. It is possible to one-handedly change the tools. You pull the snout out and it releases your tool, so quite handy for use. Very light too, so if you're doing some work on your car, disassembling a lot of bolts, certainly the lightweight and the short head are very much conducive to good operation. So before we start this test, let's just have a quick measurement of the tool length. So on the head here, we are looking at less than 12 centimeters of tool head here, and height with the battery we can measure at less than 24 centimeters. So certainly a very short and compact tool, and certainly very much in the same league, and I think it even might share the same capacity brushless motor as the Milwaukee M18 Fuel snub nose 1/4 inch impact. So back to this short test. Let's get it into, let's see here, we have to wake it up. Let's switch into the lowest torque mode, so 120 Newton meters. Let's get our Torx 20 bit set in here, and let's just grab a couple of these screws and drive them in. So yeah, we're running in the right direction, and let's get this thing on here. Yep. So definitely has plenty of power to get into that wood, and probably dig right through this fiberboard. So plenty of power on here. One sort of problem I found earlier is if you run it at super low speed, sometimes if you run it super slow, it'll actually stall out, and then it'll go into, I guess, when it stalls out and I pull the trigger, it goes into overcurrent mode and stalls out for just a second, but once you apply another trigger pull, so let's see if I can, so really slowly, yeah, it's overloaded. but once you hit the trigger again, it just goes through. So let's get this metal plate anchored on here, and then we can play with some M6 bolts. So as you can see, no problem whatsoever going through this wooden panel. So here we have our stupid little test board. Let's switch over to our, let's see what we have here. We're looking for some 1/4 inch goodness, and we will be needing a M10. So let's just flop this on here. Let's grab some M6 bolts, and we have these very shitty pre-tapped holes. So let's, oh no, this is the test piece I want to show you later. So let's get some of these bolts mounted. So as you can see, no issues here. Let's see which one. Okay, the pre-tapped hole is there. I don't think we'll be able to get that other one in, but as you can see here, plenty of power. We just pulled those shitty little threads out of our metal test board. So one other quick test for power. Let's see how it handles this M12 bolt. Let's get the, let me just see here. We will need some wrenches, and we will need an adapter. I wonder if I have everything placed on here. Okay, so this seems to fit, this seems to fit, so we can do our abortion of adapters here. Okay, wait, how does this go? Okay, so we need to adapt this to there and this to there. Do excuse the crudeness of this setup, and let's just grab this glove just in case. So let's see if we can torque this up. So let's set this at, let's see here, wake this up so we can set our torque. So M12 bolt, that's around 100 Newton meters. Let's set it to 150 so it doesn't break my wrist, and we're going in the right direction. Let's torque this bolt down and see if I can loosen it by hand. So 150 Newton meters, and I have my glove on this wrench. Okay, that doesn't seem too bad. Let's bump that up to, let's just do 226. Turn it up to level 11. Okay, so I can definitely feel some heat on this wrench. Let's see if I can loosen that by hand. So let's get our 1/2 inch ratchet here. Let's see, we're moving in the wrong direction. Get this just a grade 8.8 bolt, and see if we can loosen that at all. Jeez, that's tight as hell. Jeez, I cannot loosen. I have very bad leverage here, but jeez, I cannot loosen this bolt. So we hit it at 226 Newton meters, and just with my gloved hand and this 1/2 inch ratchet, I cannot get a grip to loosen this nut. So this thing for sure is a very powerful companion on any repair work, shooting screws for your deck, any repairs on your car, any wheel nuts or bolts should be no problem taking those off. Usually those are rated at 120 Newton meters of tightening torque. Of course, when corroded and rusted up, will probably be 150, 200 Newton meters breakaway torque. So at 226, the B2 version snub nose should be powerful enough for those jobs. When you get into some super rusted on large caliber like M12, stuff like that, and bigger, then it's time to go for the 1/2 inch 1900 Newton meter breakaway torque, the big brother version of the impact also from Parkside Performance series that will definitely do the job. So I hope you enjoyed this quick look at this brand new tool. Certainly very capable for its diminutive size. Paired with the new batteries in the 21700 cell flavor, certainly a very ergonomic and comfortable tool to use around the garage and around the house. Definitely my recommendation, the shortened stub size of the motor and the head is very useful. Definitely a rare improvement on the previous generation. Definitely a buy. Stay tuned. We'll be looking at this and its internals sometime in the future. So if you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe. And I hope to see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.